Welcome everyone back to the channel. Now in this video you join me on the banks of Drennan Lindholme lakes, which I've just recently fished a 5-day Willy worm festival. Now what I wanted to do is just tell you what I've learned, up to date how the results went on. But you may be thinking, well, why up Lindholme just for a video? I actually come up from a members channel. What I wanted to do is I learned so much about bomb fishing the past week here at Lindholme. It done me so well in some of my results. I thought, why not come back from my in-depth method over my members channel and put it into practice and show you guys how I go about it. So if you haven't seen my members channel, visit the link in the description below. But back to the festival, and I've got the rod in, so I might just turn around and have to get it because it might get pulled in. We're still on the bomb now, but we just finished filming the members. So the first day of the festival I drew 9 on Willies, which as you can see is a quite nice lake. You've got a reed bed to the left, and it's on like, there's points and bays, and I was in the second bay along. Now, ideally I like to set little targets when I'm fishing in festivals of points where I think I should be coming in the section compared to the peg. Now, at the end of the week I've drew really well, so that's what I'm going to be saying out every time I've drew the peg, but I have drew really well, and that peg 9 Willies is a really nice peg. So I fished a practice match the day before, on the open. I caught a few fish and cast a shallow, mugged a few carp, caught some fish underneath my caster line, which I thought was going to be the way I'd have to catch on peg 9, to be fair. Now, I've had Paul Wright, and I can't remember the lad on peg 4, he's a great chap, they weighed in actually, so fair play lads. He's been on peg 4. Now, they were always going to be hard to beat. They're brilliant anglers. This is the thing in festivals, you got brilliant anglers and they're on good pegs as well, like me. So I thought if I can get a third from section from there, happy days. With the festival being all 5 days counting as well, so it's really important not to blow out, but not to set yourself too high targets. So I set myself third in section. Now it was dead bright and dead sunny, and there's a lot of cruises in Willies, and they're quite big fish. I lost one the day before, nearly 18 pounds, probably like that. It's a very big fish, and I lost it, so I was dubious. So I settled 15 hollow elastic, proper rig, KKMB, size 16, so I wasn't losing any fish that day, and I had a good start. I caught 4 carp for probably 40 pounds. Now, one thing that I probably messed up on is I got preoccupied with trying to catch fish shallow next to this rush bed. Now, if you can see the reed bed from the past video when I started, the peg, just a mad big rush bed, and every time you hook a fish it just flies in there straight away. So that's the first mistake I made. I should have fished nowhere near it. I've caught a few fish in my feed at 30 metres, a few fish on the bottom, and I caught an odd fish short, say like F1s. Now, I've had a nice day, I've ticked over, I probably caught 30 odd fish, plus them 5 carp, and I think I did 36 fish, and I weighed in 125 pounds, so a nice day's fishing. Bit frustrating because I was a bit stupid losing a few fish in the reeds, but it didn't cost me anything. Come third in the section behind. The lad on peg 4 had 170 pounds, and Paul took the lake out at the 193 pounds, so well done to him. The thing is, that's the best I felt I could have done that day. Now the second day I've drew, our rotation was to go on Bonsai. Now I love Bonsai Lake, it's been kind to me in the past, and this time was no different. Aaron drew me a lovely peg 26. Now as you can see, I've got a nice big bush to the left, I've got a gap in the island and an island to fish to. Now I spoke to Alex Doherty, who's been on the peg the day before. He caught casters shallow to the bush and up and down on the pole. So I've been on there on the Saturday in the Golden Reel qualifiers, so I knew I needed to fish pellets up and down, 4 mils on the pole, chuck a bomb over the top from the bottom, shallow on the pole, and then I fished casters shallow to the tree. And I had one of them red letter days. Early on I could only catch carp on the bomb, which is not a bad thing, but that's all I could catch early on. And as the day's gone on, more and more F1s have fed, and I've caught shallow on casters and shallow on pellets. I had a fantastic day. I think every time I go on Bonsai I have a brilliant day, and I must be living in a dreamland drawing that well on there. But I've had a 246 pound, I think it was 84 fish that, so lovely stamp, a lovely day. As you can see, some great fish and just fantastic fishing. This won the section as well, so I was on 4 points with 2 days in. So I felt if you could average 2 points a day you'd be up there in the frame, so target set, done quite well. Now the third day I was on this peg actually on beaches. Now Alex Doherty, I was following him around, he drew this and had 200 pounds off it the day before, and caught in all the edges. He caught down the left, down the right, load of fish, 200 pound of carp. Now it was a strange old day. I've settled the edges, I've settled long pole, and I've settled bomb up as well. Now I could not catch anything down the edge early on, probably till the last hour I couldn't catch down the edge. Now the only way I could catch was an odd F1 and an odd, very odd carp on the pole, pinging 6mm pellets, and the best line was my bomb. I'd probably had 25 fish on this, or probably say 2 to 3 pound, nice stamp, just catching, ticking over. And no, I couldn't see anyone catching in the bowl where I could see, so I just thought I was doing okay in my lake. Like I said, that festival mentality, keep putting fish in the net, keep catching. Now come the weigh in, I think I had 44 fish for 125 pounds, so with lovely days fishing again. Now Paul Slat, was that a liner then? Oh, there we go, got one. Got one for the camera as well. There we are, look at that. Now, Paul Slat to my left, he had a great day, he caught 200 pound down the edge. So I maybe should have fished down the edge a little bit more and concentrated. They were big fish, but I just couldn't catch him and I was just dubious. No one was catching that I could see. I couldn't see Paul to my left. So I was just dubious and I just wanted to put a fish in it all the time. So I ended up second in the section that day with 125 pound. A lovely day's fishing. And then on the fourth day, it was our turn to go on loco. Now, like I said before, I'm going to be saying I drew a lot of flyers, and I did. I drew peg 17 on loco. I think it won the section every day leading up to it. And the forecast was absolutely horrific. A little ghosty. The forecast was absolutely horrific. It was blowing a gale. I actually couldn't hold my pole past 6 meters out in the lake. Now, I started on a method to the sunken bar, lost them 2 fish in a snag. Actually lost my new little XR banjo feeder from Preston, which was lovely casting out in that wind, but I couldn't cast anything else out. I couldn't get a method there in the end. There we go, a little ghosty. I couldn't get a method out there in the end, so I've ended up chucking a bomb. Oh, they're a little bit smaller than the stamp I had in this lake, so I've ended up chucking a bomb. Got up to about 7-8 fish, and I had a few on the casters shallow to the reeds to my left where I could hold the pole, but it was like waves. Just the presentation must have been absolutely horrific on that. And then I've literally, the wind, such a weird scenario. I've been feeding casters shallow at 30 meters. I thought if the wind drops I might get a little run, and the big fish in loco, 3 pound average the F1s, there's an odd big carp in there as well. And I think I've had a lot of luck. The wind's come in my face, so it's allowed me to fish shallow at 30 meters on a jigger about 4 foot deep. I think I had 3 number 8s on, a Preston jigger, 4 to 6 mil, and I'm just lowering it down and it's carrying on going every chuck. I think the last 2.5 hours I've had a fish every chuck. I've weighed, I've had 64 fish in the end, so a lovely day's fishing, especially on loco, in the wind, loads of fish feeding. I think I weighed 213 pound, but this was only good enough for second again, behind the chief rafter, Matt Pilley. He's had 243, sorry, on peg 3, so he's done really well, so well done, mate. He's done really well there. So that left me with, I think it was 8 points going into the last day. Now, on Laurels, there's a few pegs which you can knock you up there, to be honest. If you get drawn at the lower end of the lake, say pegs 27, 30, 32, they're in a section where you really can't compete with peg 40, 38, 36, 34. Now, lucky enough for me, I drew peg 38 on Laurels. I did have Super Angler Paul right on peg 40, which has been really good all week, and he doesn't make any mistakes, Paul. So, as you can imagine, he's won the lake easily, but we'll go on to the results of that in a minute. But I felt I needed to catch, say, shallow at 30 meters and on a bomb. Now, with me being in open water, as you see in this picture, I've got a nice big open water chuck in the bay where I can feed some 8 mils and try and catch some carp, and then I can hopefully come on my caster line shallow. Now, I couldn't catch anything early on casters, which was really odd. I think I had 2 or 3 fish short. I couldn't catch any fish on casters shallow. Now, mistakenly, I didn't set up a deck rig. I've got off my box, set up a deck rig. I've caught 10 to 15 pound of chub and skimmers, dead quickly, like 10-15 minutes caught them, then I couldn't get a bite off them. So I've chucked my bomb, tried to be nice and patient, because I seen Matty in that catching a few down the bottom end, and I was panicking a bit, to be honest. So I've chucked the bomb. I've had a good run of carp, probably caught 12 carp for say 60-70 pound, and then luckily enough the fish have come back on the caster shallow and I've had a great run to the end. Now, I think I weighed 168 pounds, which is second in the section behind Paul, who had a 230 pound. He's caught one a chuck all day. He's had a fantastic day, lovely smooth angler. Done really well, to be fair, because it's quite windy and he's held his pole in it. He's just been dedicated and proper on it and switched on. Now, I've ended up the festival with 10 points. Now, we didn't know how it went on. I think it was apparent Christian Joe's going to win the festival from day 4. I think he had like 5 points and he was 2 ahead of everyone else, and then he drew peg 19 on Loco, which was a good peg in the area because it's a split section there. So it's apparently he's going to win the festival, which he did. And to be fair, winning with, I think he had 6 points. Did he have 6 points? Yeah, he had 6 points. So that's 4 wins in a second. And to win with that is just astonishing. So well done, pal. The standard of angle on this festival is quite unreal. It's heavy fishing, bagging session, and to be honest, he's one of the best around when it's good weights like that. So well done, pal. Now for myself, I ended up on 10 points and got back to the lodge and actually found out I was second overall. So I feel like I couldn't have won, but I've done the best I can. So I was quite made up with that. Come second overall on the festival, won a few quid. Willy's Williams has sponsored it ridiculous this year. Everyone got a cap, which I've got on now, a t-shirt, got bait vouchers. Everyone got a tenner bait voucher. I think first overall I got a 500 quid bait voucher. I got 300 quid. I think Andy Bennett was third. He got 150 quid bait voucher. So what a fantastic, and thanks guys for that. Like I said, Andy Bennett was third in the festival. Sam Slockett was 4th. Alan Scotland was 5th. And then I was staying with Andy, Sam and Paul was 8th. So well done, pal. We had a good lodge. And for all of us to make the frame, I'd have took that all week. I was a bit surprised to come second, but I do feel like I've drawn really well. But I really felt I was quite switched on to the methods of caster shallow and bomb fishing. It's served me well all week. I've been quite lucky, like I said, with the pegs I've drawn. There's been some iffy areas and I've managed to miss them, but with them festivals, I think you've got to draw well, and I have done. So I really enjoyed it, and thank you to Aaron, Alex and Lindholme, everyone there. We had some great nights, good laughs for everyone. It's just nice to get back away, fishing, enjoying yourself and fishing. I was absolutely knackered when I got home, but like I said, we've come back today to do the members video, but I just wanted to keep you guys up to date on how we got on, what we've caught. Now the best way to catch them shallow on a jigger was, like I say, the 3 number 8s on the Preston 4 to 6mm version, or a little Tyson dibber, say, set about 12 inches deep, and the bomb just in a 10 foot Superior KKMB and a nice sliding bomb. So if you want to see a bit more in depth, look out for the bomb on my members channel. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you're looking to improve your fishing, head over to my members channel in the description below so you can see live matches, in-depth methods and much more to help you guys improve your fishing.